Hi there, I'm Justin Chenette, President of Maine Young Democrats, a statewide organization that's committed to fostering the next generation of leaders, activists, and advocates in electing Democrats across the state that empower young people into the political process. I wanted to come to you today to really talk about the state of the organization, where we've been, and where we're going. And to do that, I want to really revert back to 2013. That's when I really started this process of figuring out, A, we don't have a Maine Young Democrats organization, which is a state affiliate of the Young Democrats of America, and B, we really need a platform, which is really the youth arm of the Maine Democratic Party, to really foster that talent that we have and foster that next generation. And so in order to do that, we needed to start that process of getting an organization together. And why it was so important to start that process was I really go back to my high school years. I was interviewing a legislative candidate back when I was in high school on my public affairs show on TV. And we were having a great conversation when the cameras were rolling, but when the cameras were not rolling and all the lights dimmed, we were getting into quite a conversation about a particular heated issue. We weren't seeing eye to eye, to say the least. But the legislative candidate asked me a question that really has stuck by me since day one. She asked me, "How old are you?" And at the time I was 17, so I said 17. And she said, "Well, you're not 18 yet. You can't vote, so your opinion does not matter." Like, oh my gosh, it's like that really stuck by me. It's this idea that why can't we empower young people, even before they turn 18, to make their voices heard, have a seat at the table, and foster what it means to have an educated opinion? If you treat everybody like you're not 18 yet, so you don't matter, it really shuts people out of the process. And when we have a consistent issue with getting young people excited about politics, excited about running for office, excited about just registering to vote, we can't have individuals that have that mentality, but more importantly, we need organizations like Maine Young Democrats to really say, you know what, it doesn't matter whether you're in high school, college, or a young professional, you should have that seat at the table. You should have your voice be heard. And that's really what we've been trying to accomplish since 2013, is we've been trying to create that platform where people feel comfortable, people feel excited. We make it fun and exciting to get involved in politics. And so some of the things we've accomplished so far in our short lifespan is really create an umbrella. We created an umbrella where we have Maine high school Democrats, Maine college Democrats, and Maine Young Democrats all together working collaboratively to do some of the things that individually we do really well. We connect campuses to high schools into our regional chapters. We literally have a presence in almost every single corner of this state because we have an executive team that's almost 30 strong, and I can't credit how much their efforts, their passions, their skill sets have really contributed to the success of this organization. They really make this possible for us to be able to list our list of accomplishments. They are fantastic people that we've pulled together that are really committed to this goal. They volunteer their time to make this a reality, to strengthen our party and strengthen our state. And some of the things that we've accomplished beyond this umbrella that we've created is we've done a number of op-ed pieces. We've done a Youth Advocacy Day event up at the State House where we connected young people across the state to legislators. And I'm happy to co-chair the legislature's Youth Caucus, which is comprised of about 13 of us under the age of 30 on both sides of the aisle. And I think that was a very positive thing that I hope we continue, because it was one of those things where it's not just about making the phone calls, it's not about just going door to door in the campaign and asking you to volunteer. It's about saying, what do you believe in? What are your values? And connecting them to policy discussions. Actually saying we can change laws for the better based on what we believe in together. It's not good enough to just campaign. We actually have to follow that through when we are actually serving in a government level position. So we actually did that.
We're hearing that young people are leaving the state because they can't find work, they can't find jobs and opportunities, and we're wanting to say, you know what, we can make it work, we can break down those barriers. And I think millennials in general are less partisan. They don't see the D or the R, they see what is the problem, what's the potential solution, and we're making it happen in Augusta.
We held a number of events with statewide Democratic candidates, which I was happy to be a part of. And we also have representation and earned representation within the Maine Democratic Party. And I'm really thankful that they've been a strong collaborator with us every step of this process, where now we have a presence, we have representation on the State Democratic Committee, the Executive Committee, and the Platform Committee, making sure that the issues that young people care about actually have a voice, actually are incorporated within the Democratic Party platform. So we have really laid the foundation of what a successful organization can be in a political organization statewide. And in order for us to grow as an organization, we have to sometimes make difficult choices, which is why I'm telling you today I decided to step down as president of Maine Young Democrats. This was a difficult decision for me, but ultimately the decision was kind of made for me based on a bill that I've been championing since day one that I've been in Augusta as a legislator, and that's PAC and campaign finance reform. In order for Maine Young Democrats to grow, we have to fundraise, we have to really expand our reach and impact more people, and that's through the creation of a political action committee. As some of you might know, I have been committed to making sure that legislators cannot be bought and sold to the highest bidder, especially special interest groups. I've been committed to that goal from day one, and I'm pleased to report that this past session, we actually got one step closer to that reality by passing a version of PAC reform that basically says, look, if you're a clean elections candidate and you say, hey, I'm clean, I'm not taking special interest money and donations, then you should follow that through on the PAC side as well. So any clean elections candidate cannot also run a political action committee or be a decision maker or a fundraiser, and that decision maker piece of it is where this really comes into conflict. So I'm saying, you know what, I need to step down in order for this organization to grow. I really love what I've been able to accomplish with a great team of people. I think we're really going to be well positioned going into the 2016 presidential election and beyond. I want to see Maine Young Democrats be the destination for young Mainers all across the state as their political outlet. And I can definitely see this organization be around 5, 10, 20 years from now. And I hope that the steps that we've taken has led us to that conclusion. And I would say that my advice to the next group that's taken over is just recognize that we can have a level of civility in politics. We can treat somebody that we're disagreeing with a level of respect, knowing that they're a human being. At the end of the day, they may have different philosophies. They may completely disagree with what we're talking about in terms of our values and the things that we support. But at the end of the day, we all want to help people. And I hope that's the goal. And they may be coming from a different place. They may have had different life experiences that have led them to that particular decision point where, again, we may disagree, but there might be something we can agree on. I still value that, and increasingly that the polarization in this country has gotten to the point where it's actually not a good thing to be a moderate, it's not a good thing to compromise, but I still see a value, and I see our generation, millennials, really taking the lead and recognizing I don't care if you have a D or an R after your name. If you are committed to making our communities strong, making our state strong, and our country and our world, if you want to help people, let's set aside those labels in the grocery store and actually recognize that we can have an impact if we recognize what are the facts, what's the problem, and what are the potential solutions. If you want to work together to make that a reality, let's talk, let's chat. Let's not talk at somebody, let's not scream at somebody, let's actually be civil about that. I think that's still possible, and I see that hope in our generation. We can take the leadership role on this. So that would be my one piece of advice to the next crop of leaders in our organization. And now is the time for you to step up. Now is the time for you to sign up to be a part of Maine Young Democrats. So go to maineyoungdems.org, sign up, be a part of this. If there's not a chapter in your area, start one. We can make this a reality. We can change Maine for the better. We can change our country for the better, where there are issues that we really care about. Whether it be college affordability or jobs, whatever the issue might be, we can do it together. And it starts here, it starts right now. I'm so excited to see where this organization's going. So thank you so much for all of your support, whether it be the party, our executive team, all the people that are the volunteers and the interns, and people that go out and actually register and they actually vote every election. You guys make it happen, and I'm so proud of what we've accomplished so far, and I'm so excited to see where it's going. Thank you so much, and again, sign up, maineyoungdems.org. We're gonna do great.